should versus ought to. What are the differences? Are the differences? There is not a single difference. Ought to and should, they both mean the same. Just one point you can raise, that is, ought to is a bit more formal and it is obviously old fashioned. In case of like should, we can say that should is pretty much casual, and we can use it informally, and not only informally, also in formal situations. So most of the time we use should, we don't usually say using ought to, because if we try to say like that, it would be very like awkward. A lot of the people don't get us, so that's a fact. That's the reason nowadays we don't use that much ought to. So if you want to say that I should do this or I should do that, you can also use ought to in that sense. I ought to do this, I ought to do that. I should help the poor man. In that case, you can also say I ought to help the poor man. They both mean the same thing. If you mix it up, like sometimes you use that should and then sometimes you use ought to, it would be nice. There will be some variations, it would be much better sounding. So it's better you try to mix it up and don't focus too much on this difference issue. Okay.